What's going on today, everybody? It's Buddy here, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the cheapest scan tool I found here on Amazon. This one hooks up to your phone. It's only 25 bucks, so it is super cheap. So we're going to see if this thing's any good. So on our box right here, we're going to have an app download QR code to get it set up. So we're going to take our phone, it popped right up, cool, Xtool, and it brings up the app right here in the App Store. This does work for Apple and Android. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed. So now we're going to go ahead and open up the app, and we're going to allow Bluetooth capabilities. And let's just put visitors here. Let's see if we can skip all this. And it says device connecting. So I guess we got to go in the car at this point and plug it on into the OBD reader. And also guys, I will leave a link in the description box on Amazon so you guys can grab this or check it out yourself. Now I'm going to hook this up to two vehicles outside, one that has no engine codes and one that is throwing an engine code. I double checked it with my $300 professional scan tool here. So I'm going to see if this thing reads the exact same code as my professional scan tool here. Now we're not going to compare a $300 scan tool to a $24 little scan tool here that plugs into your phone, but this is going to be a way to verify if this thing is accurate. And something I want to mention real quick before we go outside, this company does send out an after sale little customer service card that has somebody's WhatsApp, and it has an Outlook that you can reach out to them for customer support. So it's really cool when these little companies try and go the extra mile for their customer support. So the first vehicle we're going to try it on is this 2006 Honda Accord. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in, and we're going to see if it works here on Japanese cars. So now that we got our reader installed, let's go ahead and start the car up. So let's go ahead and open up our app, and it looks like it already connected here. All right, cool. So 850 RPMs, it's showing our coolant temperature. That is going up, showing our battery voltage, average fuel consumption. So let's see if we can change this over to Imperial. So we'll go to setup and unit, miles, Fahrenheit, miles per hour, and PSI. All right, cool. So let's scroll down here, vehicle detection, see what that is. All right, looks like it's scanning. Okay, so I guess it's just to read codes. Engine, air intake, fuel system, emission system. All right, so it looks like it's running a pretty thorough diagnostic here. Let's see what it comes out with. No codes are found. Charging system, 67 items. So it looks like it goes through everything in your car to make sure everything is running good. And I just hooked up my $300 sensor to this, and it read that there's no code, so everything looks good. Seems like they're matching. So also down here has something called DIY mode. Let's check that out. It looks like this is your live data. You can pick what you want to see. So let's look at our short-term and long-term fuel trims. All right, cool. So it looks like it's giving us some data from our short-term and long-term fuel trims. Not bad at all for 20-something bucks. So smoke check, that's my emissions check here. I guess it checks all your emissions out as well. So this is actually a pretty detailed emissions list here. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Let's go back. All right, OBD codes. So I think here we can look up codes. So let's look up a fuel system code. Yeah, so it shows you all the codes here that you could have. So any kind of diagnostic issues that you're having with your car, you can actually look them up. Okay, so P0020. So let's say you throw a code P0020. You can look it up, cause of the issue, faulty variable camshaft timing, position solenoid, variable camshaft timing. Harness is open or shorted. So that's really cool to actually tell you the cause of the issue. So you can actually don't even have to use Google. You can just look it up here. It'll show you what could be wrong so you can start fixing it. So let's go over to the Toyota. I know it's throwing a code. I know which code it's throwing. So let's see if this thing is super accurate or not. So now we're in the Toyota. This is the project car here. Now we have a check engine light, you can see, and we have a high idle. So we have our expensive scan tool hooked up. P1135 stored in the computer. So let's hook the cheap tool up and see if it reads the same thing. All right, so we got our cheap scan tool plugged in. Our RPMs are high as it's showing on the gauge. So that's correct. So let's go to vehicle detection and let's start our scan. All right, so the first thing, we already got a code getting thrown here for the engine control system. So let's wait and see what else it has. All right, one more thing. It looks like, all right, control system. So how do we check this here? Failure details. All right, P1135. So the exact same code as the other one. So it actually gives you the ability to clear the codes. I'm not going to clear them because we haven't fixed it, but that's pretty cool. It's going to have the exact same thing. And if you don't know what the code P1135 is, remember we can always look up the codes. Go to DIY mode, OBD code, and then you can look up all your codes and see exactly what the issue is and how to fix it. Alright, so the last thing we're going to try is just performance testing here. So it's going to test our 0 to 62, which is also 0 to 100 kilometers. So it is engaged. Alright, so we got to start it up, and then you have to be stationary. We're going to press the start button, and then we're going to floor it. Alright, so we're going to try it one more time here. So again, we got to make sure the car is stationary. And once it is stationary, we press start, and then we're going to floor it again. So now that we did those two test runs, we can actually see both of them here. So the first one we did at 341, we can look at it, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is also 0 to 62, 7.32 seconds, 0 to 40, low speed, medium speed, high speed. So it gives you intervals. You can also do this in miles per hour. And then coming over here, so it's the same thing. This is just a second run. So this thing is super cool. If you want to test out the performance of your car, this thing is definitely something that you can look into. So guys, my honest review of this thing for 25 bucks, I'm thoroughly impressed. I really didn't think I would like it. I thought it was going to be junk. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, I'd spend 25 bucks on it again. It does what it needs to do. It reads codes. You do a little performance test if you want. I mean, it's, you know, it works. And, you know, they give you aftercare service as well. So obviously they really care. They want to, you know, build their business up. So I'd spend 25 bucks on it again. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. And again, there is a link. You guys can check this out on Amazon. It's right in the description box. You can go ahead and click on it. It takes you right to the product in Amazon. But wait, first, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to have to ask you to press the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. But also really quick, guys, I just want to show you a quick preview of this video I made on buying and selling a BMW E90 and making a few $1,000s on it. As many of my subscribers know, if you're one of them, I do flip cars for a living full time. I have entire videos on the complete processes that I use on how I make thousands of dollars every month flipping cars. I don't sell this as an instructional course. It's free on my channel, of course. And here's a real short preview of the video. What is going on today, everybody? It's Buddy here. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I took this super ugly, neglected, beat up looking BMW and turned it into thousands of dollars of profit. So I'm mainly a DIY channel, but I have started a segment on how to flip cars. It's what I do for a living full time. So if you want to learn how to get potentially profitable vehicles at low prices, how to fix them up and flip them, make a whole lot of money on the back end, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. I'm going to show you guys the entire process of how I made a few $1,000s off this BMW, from how much I knew I should buy it for, how much I knew I could sell it for, how much money I had to put into it, and ultimately how much profit I made off this. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. And this is just one example of my many car flipping videos. They're super informational and a lot of people on YouTube really love them. So they're definitely worth a watch. I'll be sure to throw a link in the description for that video so you guys can check that out.